Pickaxe.
Join us at patreon.com/castparty for a whole plethora of exclusive goodies. 5-day early access to every Cast Party episode, including Nocturne, ad-free episodes, behind-the-scenes info, exclusive bonus monthly one-shots, access to our community Discord, where our community plays D&D games together, has game nights, and hosts so much more, all for less than the price of a single cup of coffee per month. Aren't convinced? Try out a free trial. 7 days free to check out the content that we offer only exclusively on our Patreon. Patreon.com/castparty. Support your favorite D&D podcast, all while getting some awesome perks. Patreon.com/castparty. See you there, casting crew.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Cast Party. My name is Colin McManus, and I will be your director for today. I am joined by Ryan McManus.
Hi, Ryan McManus playing Bjorg Jorgensen, the Jewel of Debauchery.
I'm Ron Burgundy.
Anna Brisbane.
Lenore DeVere. Chaos, very excited to push all the buttons.
Nigel Deacon.
Hiya, I'm Nigel, playing Jackal Campman, the leopard loner striving for companionship and control.
Vince Perino.
Hi, Vince Perino, playing Tevin Ulkin, the mechanism of discovery, reconstructing memories one piece at a time.
And Luis Carrazzo.
I play Santos. What's the other part? Oh, and yeah, the Glavinator. The Glavinator.
All right, let's talk about what happened last time. In our last episode, you all watched the projection of Ilos's orbital as Mila played this recording of the night it exploded. You watched as a magical barrier formed around Ilos, which Mila told you was always there, but invisible. She showed you that it started to break from the left side and showed you that Necros's orbital had a large shockwave of magic energy emanate from it just as the protective barrier had gone down. You then watched a magical orange explosion occur, many of them across the orbital, eventually mixing with this dark maroon energy at the core, which you believe to be captured resonance. You watched it all fall to Ikaria from the sky, grasping onto pieces of the wreckage. You also saw that there was teleportation magic on Stratton's orbital just after Ilos's barrier went down, which Mila said happens quite often. You all discussed possible causes, what might be happening, and Mila said someone should probably speak with Stratton to determine if he was involved, and the best place to do that would be the Order of the Chrysalis. Before heading to bed, Mila wanted to help you get your memories back since you were connected to Soren. She turned into a dragon and formed the symbol on your hands in the sky as you each began to remember. Jack remembered being at a zoo, petting goats and getting angry at a family leaving their garbage at their table. The woman he was with was angry that he got mad at these small things, but didn't feel or show anything when big traumatic events happened, like his brother dying. She broke up with him and shouted at him to get angry. We flashed to Jack in a destroyed dorm room. Bjorg, or should I say Miles, was at a car dealership and was reprimanded by his boss before heading home. He helped take care of 2 young children as well as his father, and before bed, he left some dinner in the microwave with a note saying, "Night, Ma." Tevin, or Whitaker, started a new job, was gifted a watch, was told to keep secrets, and that means he must get things done no matter what they are before being handed a gun. Lenore, sitting in an apartment with Guy, her now fiance, opened a letter informing her of a large inheritance from her mom. Her mom left when she was much younger. Guy was excited to have the money and pushed for a bigger wedding venue and a nicer set of meals for the ceremony. Santos, or should I say Miguel, was in a car being driven to a drug dealer's house. He went inside, got some of the old stuff as well as something new to help him forget. He later found himself at an abandoned apartment building, quite nervous about not putting his phone on airplane mode. Marcus helped calm him down before they both indulged in the new drug and began tracing the spray paint on the walls. Miguel traced an S that looked just like the symbol that is still burning in each of your minds. At that moment, you each felt the rings around your fingers begin to tighten and move. Now you each are comforted a moment with this slight compression on your fingers, like your hand being held, but only on the one finger. You awaken from your visions. You see ahead of you Mila in her draconic form, still in the air forming the symbol, and you can feel the slightest shifting of your rings on your fingers. And so the scene is set. Question is, what will you do next?
I'm gonna try to take off the ring.
As you go to look at the ring, you feel it's a little bit tighter, and as you pull it off, you notice that it is a little bit tight, but easy to get off. You see that it's a different shape than it once was. All of the rings have shifted. They've all altered themselves slightly, from these simple bands to something a bit more. They've always been made from solid rock, these solid pieces of the moon itself. But now you see they've shifted almost like they were briefly made of clay before hardening again in their new positions. Tevin, you had already seen your ring slightly shift, but now it's much more pronounced. On the back of your finger, you can see that the ring has extruded upwards a small amount, almost like where a gemstone would be. It then continues both up your finger towards the tip, as well as backwards towards the back of your hand, coming to a point in each direction, almost creating a diamond-like shape on the back of that finger. Jack, yours is very similar. It comes up as well towards the back of your hand, but it extends only upwards towards your fingertip. Instead of coming to a point, it's squared off. Same width as your full finger. Yours also comes from the back of your hand, but yours is a perfect square, like a signet ring with a square face, but no design on it. And then the outer portions of that square come upward just a little bit, almost like if it was the bottom portion of a hollow cube. Santos, yours heads towards your palm in a crescent shape, perpendicular to the ring you have on. It basically has two small, they almost look like wires that form this small crescent shape. And Lenore, yours also extrudes towards your palm, except now you're holding it in your hand. And yours is the only one that isn't a single solid piece anymore. From the palm, it goes to a rounded off portion that looks like a ball joint that almost hinges in all directions. And there's another piece connected to it, just a small half-inch long piece that dangles from the ball. So now that you're holding it, when you move it around, this little piece just dangles and moves with gravity.
What the heck? What happened to these things?
I will take mine off if it's possible, and I will approach Lenore. As Lenore is holding her ring,
I'm shaking it.
I'll kind of put mine next to yours just to see, are they different pieces of a puzzle? Are rings supposed to maybe come together somehow and reveal something else?
Can we combine them?
Go ahead and roll me Arcana, please.
I'm happy to provide the help action as we're putting our heads together instead of rolling it myself, if that's okay.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
Oh yeah, 24.
All right.
From a quick look at the others, especially with Santos's, you're quick to realize that they don't really go together. But Lenore, as Santos's ring is so close to yours, there is this pull from yours. You feel, as you're looking at both of them, that yours is special. To you, it feels warmer than his in your hand, but not in temperature, just in the way it is.
I give Santos his back.
I'll take it. I'll put mine back on.
Is that comfortable? Is that poking into your palm?
Seems to feel okay. Is that wire part that stretches down to the palm? You described it as kind of taking the shape of a crescent moon?
If you imagine the ring itself on your finger, it almost looks like a second chain link. If it was like a full chain link of the ring itself and then the other one coming out in the other direction.
Oh, I see.
Santos, roll me history.
Uh-oh. Ooh, 14.
You're looking at the ring as it fits on your hands, and it doesn't hurt. It fits nicely. If you squeeze your hands too much, like into a fist, feel it poking the inside of your fingers a little bit, but it doesn't hurt. Until you realize it sits directly where you want to hold your weapon.
I will draw my weapon with that knowledge, just to feel the weapon in my hand with this ring.
That little half moon, that little crescent that's creating, fits perfectly around the handle of your weapon as you hold it. It doesn't seem to help your grip. It doesn't seem to help you hold onto it. It's not quite wide enough, but it fits perfect. And it feels really good. Santos, I'm going to say you are the first one to feel the power rush through you. When Carmina gave you these rings, she knew that the rock that they were made of was magic, though she couldn't quite place it. She mentioned that there were stories that the moon itself was magic relating to memories. You knew that these were magic rings, just not what they did. As each of you explore the ring, move it around your hands, you can decide whether these rings will buff your fighting or spellcasting capabilities. If you choose fighting while you're wearing the ring, it will be a +1 weapon. Or spellcasting, if you choose that while wearing the ring, while casting any spell from your class, it will be a +1 spellcasting bonus.
Well, I already know what I chose.
It takes me a while to put the ring back on, but when I eventually do and I feel that rush, I would also choose weapon. I don't know if I know what a spell is.
For 4 of you, this is pretty obvious.
I'm going to switch that ring over to my right hand where the weapon is to get that rush into that same arm. So I'll be choosing weapon as well.
And Lenore?
I'm not gonna put it on.
Oh.
And Bjorg?
I'm choosing spell.
You all see that above Mila, she stopped making that symbol as she sees you guys moving about. You see that she watches as you guys are all conversing about the rings. There's not like a hesitation in her. She looks like she's about to come down, sees that you're talking, and you can see she just starts flying up and into the air and circling in the night sky.
Whoa.
She really does know a bit about everything, doesn't she?
I feel like you gotta once you hit that age.
What did you guys see?
You beat me to it.
Some Earth life stuff.
Was it anything good?
Debatable.
Yeah.
All right, I'm starting to think it's not my future.
Yeah?
It might have been stuff that I went through already. But I don't know how. My skin is different, my voice is different. Everything about me, if it even is, even down to the name, was different.
You heard of reincarnation?
Like a soul finding a new body and coming back?
Yeah.
I guess I have, but I never believed in it.
First, I thought it felt like it was a dream, but it actually feels like something so much more. Kind of like what you were saying, Bjorg. It feels so different. I'm doing something that I would never imagine I would be doing. I'm somewhere that is totally different and not a place I know, but a place that still I know. And it doesn't feel like it's me, but I know that it is. And I don't know if this is real, or if that's real, or if this is the dream, or if that was the dream.
I don't know if I want to keep learning about who I used to be, if that's who I used to be.
What did you do?
I didn't do anything. It's so sad. Like, I'm not going to say my life is perfect now, but it feels so much worse knowing what happened.
Did you have any control within your dream?
No. It was just a dream. It was a memory, I think.
I am guessing none of us had control then, as I did not either.
Negative.
No. I mean, I had control when it first happened. But I remember it happening very clearly before this. Like, it was a real thing. So if we're consistent among us, then I think they're all real memories. You guys just lost them.
And you didn't lose them, Lenore, but you lost a piece of your recent memories, right?
Yeah. if we're reincarnated, maybe I lost more than that, because I thought you reincarnated as a baby.
Right. Did anybody have a good memory or whatever that was?
I don't know if mine would be considered good. Nothing bad, it seems, occurred, but it seems like something might happen.
Well, listen, no pressure anybody, but if you wanted to get into the details of it, it seems like we have a little bit of time on our hands before we head out of this observatory. And I'm all ears. I'm willing to hear what your stories are or your dreams, but you don't have to share.
If I may ask, why would somebody in a large building require you to keep secrets? And why do those secrets revolve around one of these as my gun comes out of my arm?
Maybe you're doing some special hunting or something?
You hunt indoors.
Well, I mean, you can.
Illegal firing range.
How big of a building?
I could look up and continue to look up for a while,
Like a skyscraper?
if that's what you call it.
Like it scraped the sky?
It looked like it, yes.
Whoa.
And when you go in, there is a platform that brings you to the top.
An elevator!
It was very high.
Huh. I normally don't associate guns with those kinds of buildings. I don't know.
Maybe you were someone's bodyguard? I mean, we have stuff like that on this world. Someone someone who knows how to use a weapon really well and
Security.
This seemed a little different than that,
Or a hitman.
as if they were sending me out on a job.
That sounds like a hitman.
Could you please explain yourself?
Someone gives you money to kill someone for them.
Why would I do that?
For money.
I have no need for money. I would not kill for that.
well, not you here.
I don't know, maybe you needed money then.
Well, I will not be doing that now.
Yeah.
Have any of you had anyone close to you die?
You are all here, so no.
Not really.
Not that I recall.
Like, my ma died kind of recently, but we weren't close. I hadn't seen her in decades.
Not here. I have a feeling that maybe in that other place that we dream about. I think that version of me probably knows loss in a way that I don't think I do here.
Is that what you experienced, Jack?
I guess so. It's not what I saw there, but I just piecing together that I might not have, if this is from another world or something, I might not have anyone left over there anyway. I'm gonna hop off the ledge that I'm currently sitting on, and I'm gonna take off the ring and just like look at it, and I don't think I like this as much as I thought I might. And I'm gonna turn to the outside and just throw the ring as hard as I can off the edge. I'm not gonna completely turn my back on my past, but I'm not gonna necessarily keep looking for it. I'm here now. I have you folks as my friends, I hope. And we're gonna figure out what's going on with this world now. And then maybe someday I'll come to terms with everything else.
And none of us are going to die.
I really respect you for doing that, Jack.
Yeah, I don't really trust these things, but also I want to keep it to learn more.
I'm in the same boat. I felt things. I don't know if it was necessarily a good memory, but what I felt was good. I felt love and family, and it's not a feeling that I'm used to.
Where were you?
I think at home. But I lived in a tavern room. It was so small.
Oh.
But there were other people in there too. It was like if we all got together and shared a single tavern suite. Cramped.
Oh.
I don't know. I felt a purpose. I felt like people were depending on me. It was kind of nice to feel wanted or needed like that.
You don't think we want you?
It kind of felt nice to be needed like that.
Yeah, I guess we don't need you.
Wow.
Wow.
We all need each other a little bit.
I'm kidding! I need your fancy jewelry!
I know. At least I can spark up these rings if anyone would like. Personalize them to you.
Okay.
Best that I can.
Can you just carry mine in your fancy pocket?
Sure. Paprika incoming.
Seems more safe.
If I can kind of redirect our attention to, I'm just going to kind of point out into the sky, like in the direction that we were watching. I know that we were kind of watching a replay, but I'm just going to sort of gesture up towards the orbital, where the orbital was, Ilis's orbital. It appears that all things are pointing us back towards Stratton and maybe the Order of the Crystallis. Maybe we should go head towards Carmarth?
Yeah.
Not to rush us if there's still business here. But I think that every time we have these visions, I do feel like a couple things happen. We tend to share very briefly something very ambiguous, and we all seem to relate to each other because the feeling of what isn't being said seems to still say a lot. I'm open to talking very clearly about whatever it is that my visions are, because I think that brings us a little closer together. I'm not sure of what any of that is, but I'm sure that I can completely trust every one of you with every little detail about it. That's probably one of the few things I feel really sure about. I also feel sure that we need to confront this Order of the Crystallis.
Okay. Yeah, I can do that too, because I guess all the circumstances are no longer the circumstances that are here, so why not share?
If the details laid out on the table are going to be best for our current relationships and situations that we have to deal with to move forward, I don't see the problem in doing so to strengthen bonds. It's nothing I have to hide.
No pressure at all. You don't have to talk, but if you're willing to listen to others that are, then I think that's more than enough.
At this moment, I am an open paprika. You can look for anything that you need.
You know not all books are called Paprika, right?
Right.
I'll go last.
I can speed run, if that helps, just to get the ball rolling.
Well, before we do that, we're supposed to find what's his name's son.
Oh, yes, we need to go to the...
she's got to take us to the place.
We need to get to the lesson. Should we get to the lecture, and then when we walk to Carmarth, we reconvene, give time for Jack to get his thoughts in order, figure out if everyone wants to share. We can go over... Oh my god, I have to talk to Poppy if we're leaving for Carmarth. Someone remind me about that.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is the first time I've come out of one of those visions and I'm not unsettled, and I think it's because somewhere in there a part of me knew that I was coming back to you all. And that's enough of that.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Yeah, okay.
Oh.
I pat Lenore on the top of her head a little.
I picture when Lenore gets like pat on the head, it's kind of like a buoy in water where it kind of just like bobs slightly.
She's always fine.
Lenore, as you are pointing at Mila, you do see that she's gotten higher and higher in the sky. You see every once in a while she goes a little bit more translucent, and you can see the stars behind her shine through the body of this celestial dragon.
Whoa.
She clocks you pointing up at her, and she goes, vroom, and starts coming straight towards you all.
I'm sorry I ever joked about shooting you.
No.
She opens her mouth, and there is this pink ball of energy coming from the mouth of this dragon. And as it shoots out, the dragon disappears, and Mila appears in this puff on the ground in front of you. Hey, sorry. I don't get a lot of dragon time, so you guys, it seems like you needed to talk, so.
That was crazy.
Thanks.
Wow.
Okay, so you guys had dreams or whatever? That's cool.
Yeah.
Was that like a spell that you did that we could recreate at some point? What did you do? Something? Did you throw powder at us?
No, so, and she points to the moon, and you see it's a beautiful full moon. Because it's a full moon, and the moon is memories, and so, yeah, I basically channeled the moon.
The moon is memories?
Yes and no. The moon is, where Ilos had the orbital come from, and the moon is, known for having memory magic.
Oh. Right. The dad. God, Dad.
Oh, did you dream about Soren, or just your old lives or stuff?
Old lives.
Oh, yeah, no Soren. Whoops.
We can try again.
Nope.
So does that mean you're going to go to the Order of Chrysalis and talk to Stratton and figure out what happened?
Yes.
Yeah, but we gotta go to this lecture
That's
first.
on our list. Yes, you have to teach us.
Yes.
Well, not you specifically, but we must learn first, just a little bit.
There's the thing. I think we missed the lecture.
Shit.
That was our one job.
I could just bring him to your guys' room later so you could talk to him.
I think we need a room first. I don't know if that was ever established.
I'll get you one.
Can you take us to where the rooms are?
Yeah, we can go back. Oh, you guys are gonna be so mad. And she starts laughing. And she starts walking down the stairs into the observatory.
I'm not going through those challenges backwards. I'm gonna climb down the side of the building.
No, Jack, no, that's the funny part.
Oh, no.
Oh,
Okay.
there's gonna be like a door.
Yeah, we didn't even need to go into the fucking challenges.
She
Okay,
starts
I
giggling
follow.
as she overhears you.
Yes. There
Mila,
it is.
I'm bringing back the threat of shooting you.
Yeah, that was worth it. And so she takes you back over along the ridge that you guys walked on previously. There's this big opening into the cavern, continues along the ridge a little bit, and you see a pathway. And then she just starts walking down the pathway. In fact, you end up at an area that you had seen previously. As you were walking towards the cave, there's a bunch of students coming down from sitting on the ridge. They were taking some notes and things like that. They were eating their lunch up there. Pathway up towards the observatory that you guys just end up walking back down, back into the compound here.
Goddamn celestial dragon, little gnome razzle.
With every step, it is Bjorg's belief bewilderment, just thaumaturgy, and every step is just harmless tremors as I go down.
Bjorg, are you pouty?
I don't want to talk about it.
Okay. Mila, I got a question. Another. We've asked you many, but it seems like we will be heading towards Karmarth and confronting maybe the Order of the Chrysalis. Is there anything that we should know?
Karmarth is at the edge of the desert. Karmarth is scary. It's just like a big crater in the ground from where Stratton took his orbital. I don't really know the reason behind it, but they built the city directly over top of the crater. So it's this big platform that holds an entire city, and then it's got these 6 big mechanical legs that come out and hold it to the ground. It's like a spider city.
Whoa. So the crater is
God.
underneath the city that's been suspended.
But they started the city after the crater was already there. So like they could have just put the city next to it, and so they're stupid.
Maybe there's like a magical geyser underneath that's like just flowing energy straight up into it, but you can't see it because it's just like an aura.
Maybe when we get there, Jack, we can see for ourselves if they're aura farming.
That sounds good.
Here you go. And she leads you through the monastery to what looks like a newly renovated room. It looks like they're still waiting to get people like actually in here to like use as their like permanent dormitory. But there's a set of 6 beds, and you can see that there's the other half of this room looks like there's going to be more stuff included in it. It's almost like it's only half finished. You guys can stay in here for the evening, and then you can get going in the morning.
Okay, great. Thanks.
So I'll go get Tobin, and you wanted those mirrors.
Do you have any like crafting supplies to decorate?
Oh yeah. Are you kidding? I'll bring my whole box.
Is this place just safe? Like we're not gonna get potentially robbed and have to be on alert the whole time? Or attacked in the middle of the night?
Well, I guess we don't know that for sure.
At least by those that inhabit The observatory? I feel like they would have just done it by now.
I feel as if Mila has given us a safe environment to be in for now.
What the hell am I supposed to do all night?
Sleep.
I'm gonna start pacing.
You could decorate your mask.
Or go do a lap around the observatory, see how the guards are at night, see, I don't know, see who's awake. If you got energy to burn off.
It's not a bad idea.
You start to hear some knocking at the door. Entering in is small halfling, similar nose to Joran. You can see he's got like a wide nose right at the bottom. Similar hair, but completely clean shaven, no beard like his father. He's a little bit taller than his father. I heard you wanted to see me, and then I was given these. And he hands like a small box filled with 5 of these little mirror masks.
Woo!
Add it to the collection.
You're Tobin?
Yeah. You know my dad?
Yeah, he's looking for you. We ran into him, and he's looking for you.
So you went to town? Like, he's still there, right?
Yeah, with the little guy.
Mm-hmm. And it's just them.
Well, thank God we showed up.
We fought a lot of ants.
You saw the ants?
Up close and personal.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we fought a bunch of them and a big mama.
It was not great.
And my dad's okay.
Your dad is safe.
He was when we left, but he is alone aside from Monk.
Yeah, I thought he'd be okay because we had all those crystals left over and he said he'd be okay for a little while.
I think the little while is starting to run out.
Oh, shit. I haven't figured out what I need to here yet.
What are you trying to figure out?
Nothing.
Would you lie to me?
I'm not allowed to talk about it because I don't know something about everything yet.
But we do, so you can tell us. It's fine.
I need to figure out what I saw. And then I'm thinking I bring Dad here instead of going to Carmarth because this place is safe and it's really cool. And yeah, I miss the other villagers and everything, but...
What do you mean by that first part? What you saw?
Was my dad mad? Sorry, I'll answer that and just say, was my dad mad? I did kind of leave with a note.
Yeah, I think he's more worried than anything.
Okay, cool. All right, good. Yeah, so the night that Ilos exploded, it was during a festival and I was on a roof and I was just drinking and hanging out. And I was just like looking up at the stars and then I saw this beam of light and then it was like a bunch of beams of light just really quick. And I haven't told anyone else here this yet because they won't tell me anything about what happened when Ilos exploded. So don't tell them either because I want to tell them.
Beams of light from where to where?
In the sky, really thin, like hair thin, from Stratton's orbital to Ilos's. And then a minute later, it exploded. I watched the whole time because I'd never seen something like that. And then it happened.
All right. All the pieces are falling into place now. Well, your dad is worried about you. And I think that what you're doing here is probably smart. I think it's smart to bring your dad here. I don't think it's smart to leave your dad out there on his own. And he wouldn't come with us because he was worried that if you came back, you'd be coming back to an empty home.
You almost did if we didn't show up.
Yeah, thanks. That's really terrifying to hear, but I appreciate your help. I'll send a letter. I'll see if people can scrounge up here and we can go get him.
Good.
I'm just excited I get to see Little Monk again soon.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
Okay. Oh, yeah. And he turns around and on the ground behind him is another big bag and he thrusts it forward. These are a bunch of Mila's crafting stuff?
Yes! Thank you!
Sure. Yeah. Okay. Good luck.
You don't have to try and fix this awkward ending. You can just leave.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, well, I claim this bed.
I call the purple flowers.
You got it. I don't need any of that stuff. You can have it all. I'm tired. I'm gonna go to bed. I'm gonna start to take my armor off and get myself ready.
Lenore,
Yeah,
I have a proposition for you.
I'm already engaged, Bjork.
Not that!
No weird sex stuff in the group.
I would like to give you my mask, and you give me your ring. I will decorate your ring if you decorate my mask for me.
Why do I need my ring decorated?
Do you not want it personalized?
I don't want to wear it. I'll decorate your mask, though.
Alright, fair. I'll stay up and yap. I'm gonna decorate my ring a little bit. And spending the night chipping away at a green, just a vibrant green emerald. And I'm trying to make it fit like perfectly in the slot so I can like take it out and put it back in. Sync up two of them and cut them in half. So there's an emerald and a ruby. And so they kind of take up the space however they can.
I'm making my mask with purple flowers and around the top 3 edges, just like not under the chin, just like up and around. And similarly with a silver glitter around that edge. And kind of dust the edges of the flower petals with silver glitter too. And I'm gonna do basically the same thing to Bjorg's, but with pink flowers and gold glitter. Mine also has stickers in star shapes, like silver star stickers.
Wait, do you want them to be scratch and sniff, Lenore?
Okay!
And here's my last magical tinkering slot because it's available. What do you want it to smell like?
Blackberry and vanilla.
Hell yes. I think I've smelled those in combination at some point. So I will imbue one of her little non-magical stars with a little scratch and sniff odor on her mask.
I'm probably not, like, actively going to sleep in one of the beds. I'll leave out a window at some point in the night, wander around the complex. I'll come back once I need a couple hours of sleep, I guess, but I'm kind of like keeping watch and seeing what's out there. Not necessarily looking for anything in particular, but I'm not good in a comfortable, safe space.
How far are you traveling?
I would probably do a lap of the actual complex itself, like up as high as I can, like from the rooftops. And then I might travel over towards I think I would go over towards where the path was leading up to the observatory.
You stay out late. It's 2, 3 a.m. thinking, oh gosh, I should really get back. You hear a slight rustle behind you.
It's a slowdown of everything where I kind of just like, I freeze, but intentionally to listen closely to what's coming. Ear turns towards it.
There is just a little bit of light coming from behind a nearby bush. It looks to be flame because it is flickering.
I will creep towards that quietly.
Roll me stealth.
Store-bought 20.
Yeah, okay.
Shout out Christian. That's a Christianism right there.
You move towards this bush, peeking your head through. In this little area of forest, you see, how do I describe her without just describing her? The arched over woman in the dirty cloaks with the shepherd's crook with the 2 candles melted to the top. She's looking about the ground, bends down and picks up your ring. Dropped it. And she looks directly towards you. Dream Rock. And she holds up your ring.
I'll slowly kind of like stand up. Yeah, I got rid of that.
She just nods at it. And then she pulls out the rock that you had seen previously. Again, she has to open her big long sleeves and she digs for it. Dream Rock. Dream Rock. And she holds up each one.
Yeah. It's yours if you want it.
I follow the Dream Rocks. This one. She points that way. This one. And she points at you.
Okay. Look, lady, I don't know what you want.
I want to follow the dreams. This dream. This rock. And she turns it in her hands. Follow you.
Okay. I'll like put out my hand like questioningly.
She just puts it in your palm.
Thanks, I guess.
She sighs and she starts waggling her finger at you. Stands up a little bit straighter, using that crook to stand up, and you see she just starts turning away from you.
Hey, what's your name?
Waves her hand towards you, and that portal begins to open up in front of her. And she just starts getting into it.
Wait. Oh, God. Okay. I'll look at the ring. Whatever. I'll put it in my pocket and I'll start heading back to the dorm. Is Bjorg asleep? Just checking before going to sleep.
Probably at that point.
Okay, I'm just gonna sneak my ring into his pocket.
Just a second later, it almost like a groggy page comes out.
Sorry, Paprika. Thank you.
It's like someone wiggled a feather on your nose, and like he just wakes up and he slaps the pocket. I don't need a bedtime story, Paprika. Good night. Roll over the other way.
In the morning, Mila's there to greet you all. You find yourselves back at the front of the complex outside the main gates by that fountain that you initially came in. She gestures, you came that way, but if you go this way and then that way and then that way and then that way, you'll follow the path and you'll probably get to Karmarth sometime.
Got it.
How long is some time?
7 days, maybe?
Oh,
Yikes.
Lord.
Is there not a way to get there faster?
Run!
On it. Santos, round 2. I'm gonna start running down the mountain.
Dang it! Bye!
I'm flying and I'm taking, at full advantage of being in the air, which means that I don't have to turn corners. I'm just going straight.
All of you are able to make it down the mountain. Jack and Santos there, of course, at the earliest portion. Santos doing the thing again where he's just a little bit ahead before you both get to the bottom. Then you have to wait for the others as they're taking their sweet ass time.
One of these days, I'm gonna get you.
You almost got me. I thought you had me. Actually, I'm gonna be like breathing heavier than I actually need to.
All right. Okay. All right. I don't need any of the theatrics on this.
You don't. Oh, okay. I thought you did.
I don't know. No, my ego's not that big yet.
Okay. How you doing?
I'm okay. I ran into Bjorg's girlfriend last night.
Bjorg has a girlfriend?
Yeah, no, the old Dream Rock lady.
Oh. What?
She's in the woods.
Did you have a conversation? Did she illuminate anything about the Dream Rocks?
Truly, I could not have gotten any less information out of her.
All right, well, I guess we got to be ready for her to pop up every now and then.
Guess so. But I had some time to think, and I think that was good. We'll go over some stuff on this walk, I'm sure.
As we're walking down the mountain. Hello?
Huh?
What's mac and cheese?
It's macaroni, pasta, and cheese.
Interesting. It smelled delicious.
It is delicious. Do they not have that here?
No. It came in a box. It was blue and had yellow letters all over it.
Kraft?
Maybe.
Oh, that's the trash stuff.
Oh, I made trash mac and cheese?
Yeah.
Damn it.
You need at least Annie's or Velveeta, or even better, like homemade.
Can you teach me?
Yeah, if we can find the pasta. That's what your memory was? Making mac and cheese?
Part of it. I don't feel right going over everything without everyone. But when we get to the bottom, maybe I'll speed run.
Okay.
Come on, slowpokes. We got another 7 days, maybe 6.5 now.
I can't help myself. I'm sorry. I go right up to Tevin, who's been so quiet, and I just go up to his chest like I've done a couple times before, and I just knock him on the chest. Tink, tink, tink. Hey, is anybody home?
It is me, Tevin, yes, hello.
You're so quiet, Tevin. You okay?
Just been thinking. I apologize.
No, it's okay. Just want to make sure you're all right. Keep thinking. Better than the opposite.
Yeah, yes. How are you?
I feel pretty good.
And you are okay with what you saw in your dreams?
I didn't like what I saw, but I think I'm letting go of control. I can't help it. It is what it is, and I think what I can control is how I respond to it. In fact, I think everything that I am is a response to it.
I did not think of it that way. I like that. Thank you.
You're welcome. I kind of wait to see if Tevin has anything else to say, and I let you take the lead in walking forward whenever that moment comes.
I'll keep walking with you slowly. I will put an arm on your shoulder and lean down to you a little bit. At some point, could you tell me more about this macaroni they speak of?
Absolutely.
I want to know what food is at some point.
All right, who's going first? As I'm kind of like leading them through the trees. It's emotional story time.
Do you want me to break the ice? I did promise before.
You did.
I woke up, or came to, in a building with very large windows. It was like the walls were windows. It was unlike anything I've ever seen. I didn't know windows could support a building. And I came in, and there was a car with 4 wheels, and it was made of metal like the one before that I sent down the mountain. But it was inside the building. I've never brought my car inside a building before. It didn't seem very hygienic. Or practical, for that matter. Why was it inside the building? And a man came up, and he tried to reprimand me. He yelled at me, but I was sassy.
What else is new?
And then he told me I could just go home. So the building that I was in wasn't my home, which means I was leaving my carts behind, which was very curious. I gave him a little salute and I left. There was a lot of other people, big lights that were very unpleasant. And then it all dimmed. And then I found my home, a previous me's home. It was very small. And there were 2 children there. And they mentioned something about my, I suppose, father. And I made dinner for them. Mac and cheese, Lenore. And I didn't have any money. Which is very unlike me. I have lots of money. I went into the kitchen, but everything looked all futuristic. There was a box plugged into the wall. Lots of boxes plugged into the walls. And I put a bowl inside the box. And it's like it disappeared forever. I never saw it again. It was full of food. It was like I was shipping food to someone or teleporting it.
You like opened it up again and it was gone?
I didn't open it up again. There was a light inside when I opened the door. And then I put it in this very small box that was sitting atop my counter. And I closed the door, and when I closed the door, the lights went off.
So what makes you think it disappeared?
Well, where did it go, if not with the light?
Well, the door was closed.
Are you a cat? Like, do you have object permanence issues?
Was it a microwave?
Sure.
It was like, yay big.
Roughly.
Did you push a button to open the door and it like popped open, or did it have a handle on you? Hold it.
It had a bit of both, but I had to finagle it. It didn't look new.
Oh?
Yes.
And did it have a bunch of number buttons on the side
Yes.
that you probably did not push, it sounds like?
No.
Okay, yeah, I think that was a microwave. It makes food hot quick.
Well, I left food in there for my mother, who I never saw, so that's why I assumed it teleported away.
Oh. Were they your kids?
No, it was siblings, I assume.
Oh. Wait, how old were you?
Roughly the same age, I think. Maybe a little younger.
How old were the kids?
Young. Maybe 8. They looked the same. Identical. One was a boy, one was a girl.
Twins?
I suppose, without any other knowledge. But they called me Miles.
You've never been called that before.
No.
Miles per hour? Cause you like, I don't know, deal with cars or something? None of you would get that joke, it's fine.
I don't know, seeing the two children made me feel warm inside. That's all.
Did it make you feel warm to be called Miles as well?
A little. That's all she wrote. I went up to bed and fell asleep. And popcorn Lenore.
So you don't know mac and cheese, but you know popcorn?
Everyone knows popcorn Lenore.
Ah, well, how am I supposed to know that?
It's basically Twin Rivers' signature snack.
Is it?
I bought you like 3 bags on our date. You love popcorn.
I would not know that, would I?
Just saying. It's a staple of Twin Rivers.
I do love popcorn. You know, I think I did see a flyer that said something about a popcorn festival. I'm bummed we left before it happened.
It's a good one. I am too. It's the best part of every year.
There's so many different flavors. They'll drizzle cheese over it, caramel sauce, chocolate, whatever you can think of. They'll put it in popcorn.
Can you go back to your mac and cheese moment in your story, and can you just give us vivid detail of what your mac and cheese looked like? Maybe what it smells like, tastes like?
That might be too much for my brain to comprehend right now, Santos. You're asking a lot. I remember it was very gooey, but it was also a little runny. I felt like it should have been thicker.
That's what I'm saying. It's the trash stuff.
Yes, Lenore informed me that I made terrible mac and cheese, so she's going to teach me how to make better stuff.
We can make mac and cheese here.
If we can get the mac and the cheese.
With our powers combined.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll figure it out with Paprika's help.
I'll kind of look towards Tevin and give you a wink.
You could see he's kind of like nodding his head and like rocking back and forth and a little bit in excitement. Just enough for you to see.
Are you next up, Lenore?
Yeah, he popcorned me. Yeah, okay, so... Guy and I just got engaged. It was like the day he proposed to me, and I said yes, and it was beautiful and whatever. And we were home, checking the mail, and I had a letter from some estate. And turns out my ma had died, and she left when I was a baby, so I didn't know her. I didn't know anything about her. But she left me a bunch of money. A whole lot of money that, would have been real helpful growing up. But, anyway, I got real excited real fast about it and started talking about having a bigger wedding and stuff, and I don't know, I never pictured a big wedding. I didn't think he cared about money, but he seemed real excited, and I was still just processing that, she recognized me as her kid for some reason in death, but not in life. So, yeah, that's about it.
Oh.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, it's weird.
I've noticed that money can change people, whether they lack it or have abundance, and it's something I'm far too familiar with. So I too am sorry.
Yeah, I mostly was only able to eat the trash mac and cheese growing up.
Was/is Guy a good person?
I thought he was. I think he was. I don't know. He acted so different once the money came in. And then it didn't really feel like it was him anymore, and now I just started to wonder, like, did he know? Did he know that I was gonna end up with that money? But we were together forever, like 10 years. So that would be crazy, right? For that to be the reason. That would be crazy.
Hey, Lenore. I think, you may not be able to remember, but next time you go there, and if you have a moment like this again, just try to pay attention to his reaction, unless you can remember it now. I think you've learned a lot since that moment. Maybe in your memory or vision next time, maybe you'll find your answer in that. Or maybe you already know.
Yeah, I remember. He was real excited. I don't know. Popcorn! Tevin!
I believe that means it's my turn.
Yeah.
Tevin could make some killer popcorn. Come on, if we just open up one of the slots. I'll get to it later.
I will not be your cooking utensil again. I am going to be honest and say I am quite confused by what occurred in my dream. It is much, much different, and interactions are not what I'm used to. It began with me going into that large building I spoke of earlier, then going on the platform to that higher level, and speaking with someone that seemed very important to everyone else. He asked me a few questions and made sure I knew to keep a secret. And he also gave me a little device to put on, a watch. It seemed very special to him and to me. To Whitaker, I should say.
Whitaker.
Do you have a different name too?
That is what I was called, yes. And that is also the name I have heard in previous dreams. I can now tell that the two are somehow connected and am excited to see how they are. What connects them and why? After speaking, they gave me one of these as I pat at my arm.
Mm-hmm.
Later on, I was in some moving device, speaking with someone else. And when we stopped, we both left and began walking towards another building with those devices in hand.
You know what you were talking about?
Doing what needs to be done?
Yeah, that sounds real grim.
I don't truly understand what they were talking about, but I might have an idea based off of what you all said earlier with the hitman thing. But I would not do that. That is not me.
I know. And just checking, you had skin in this. You were like this. Yes, I squeezed my arm skin.
All over me, yes. I looked not anything like I am now. I spoke different. I looked very much different. But I could see more. I don't know if this dream has any meaning to all of you or not. If you have any insight, please. I'm open to hear anything.
I mean, that confusion that you have is actually not a bad thing, Tevin, because if you're ever confused, then it means that you're trying to understand something really hard to understand something, and underneath that, you are curious, and you have a desire to learn and to understand. And so many people walk around like they've got it all figured out and like they've got nothing left to learn. And here you are, full of wonder and very often frustrated but still excited, wanting to learn about yourself. And I think that's kind of really lucky.
Lucky. I never felt that way before. I think the luckiest thing to happen to me is finding you all and having you all help me through this. That is why I am more than happy to help you all as well.
I'm sure I can speak for everybody when I say that we all very much appreciate that.
Yeah.
I also appreciate learning about popcorn, Santos.
Popcorn and mac and cheese, don't forget that.
Could we combine them?
We could do whatever we want. That probably could work, actually.
We're touching up on that in BTS. We need to.
Yeah, we'll come back to that. I have opinions and concerns.
Patreon.com/castparty.
Oh, I need to talk about this.
I also think that means it's your turn, Santos.
Yeah, okay. I mean, look, I'm confused, but that other version of me was a drug addict. I saw myself meeting up with someone who I knew was bad, wrong, and it's so strange because even I'm surprisingly not very unsettled right now, but I'm not sure if that will just somehow catch up to me because I kind of feel like I have clarity. I was meeting up with a person, a friend, I guess, an accomplice, and we went to a person's place who provided us with a new substance. And I really wanted it because I wanted to forget. And I remember with this friend, I guess they were a friend. They were a kindred lost spirit. It felt like we got to a pretty shady place and then started to partake. And I get a little bit foggy. I can't remember if I was smoking something or snorting something or both. It didn't matter though, because I just remember what made me feel like I needed it. And I remember looking towards the person that I was there with and thinking that he wasn't okay. I feel like who I am here is a more real me than who that was. I think that person was an accident. Not that they were an accident and that they shouldn't exist or anything, but I think that they felt like a person who was at the mercy of currents that they could never quite get a handle on. I don't ever want to be that. I don't feel like I need to learn more about who that person was. I feel like I learned enough. I can't control if I'm gonna kind of have more visions and more dreams, and so be it, because I feel ready. I feel ready to go back and witness whether this was a past life or a dream or a vision or my supposed true self or not true self. None of it matters. It's all inconsequential because none of that's going to define who I get to be here. I have a feeling that if I keep having visions and dreams, it's just going to be more of that. I'm going to witness a person that was lost and sad and trying to forget. And I feel bad for him. And if I could have a conversation with him, I would tell him, I'm sorry that shit went down like that. But I don't feel like it's me.
These lives that we're leading right now feel like a second chance, I think, for a lot of us. Or maybe it doesn't feel like one, but it kind of is one, you know? Heck, right now, maybe this is a third chance now that we're not in Twin Rivers. We kind of have to start over. I'm sorry that... I guess I don't know if I'm sorry that you have a connection to this person in general, because that doesn't feel like the right sentiment to pass, but I'm sorry for what happened to you. Or him.
Yeah, me too. Maybe I'm having a thought of something that I don't know here, but maybe I'm very well aware of there. I'm also very sorry for what I can only imagine he has done to other people.
Don't be too hard on him. If that is you, turned out to be a pretty good person, as far as I can tell.
There's always a reason. Have you ever been able to lucid dream? Any of you?
No, I've always wanted to.
No.
I fail to understand.
It's when you're having a dream and you realize that you're having a dream, and that awareness lets you control the dream a little. The next time I have a vision of whatever this is, I'm going to try my damnedest to not be passive in it. I don't know what it is, if it's a memory or a dream or whatever, but I want to actually step into it and pull this guy aside and talk to him, or start to make him choose better choices. And if I can, then great. And if I can't, then I'll just I'll let it go.
We're able to see lives that we have potentially lived in an entire separate universe. There's no doubt in my mind that you have that ability to do so, and honestly, you right now, Santos, might be exactly what that person needs. You might be their wake-up call.
And I kind of hold on to my ring and start kind of playing with it a little bit. We shall see. And I think you're up, Jack, but you don't have to. You can wait till later if you want, of course.
Take a big deep breath, and I'm kind of like anxiously like cracking my knuckles with one hand as I like open and close my fist. No, I think I should talk about it at least a little. Popcorn Jack. So I'm still walking at the front. I'm not turning around to look at folks as I say this, and I'm just like, well, so last night the dream was that I got really mad at a guy who left a bunch of trash everywhere, and then my girlfriend got mad at me, but not because of me getting mad, but she got mad because I didn't get sad enough when my brother died, and it's not because I didn't care, it's because I didn't want anyone else to like worry about me, because they already have enough stuff to worry about, and they need help being like helped through a situation, so I want to be there to be able to help them through the situation. And I was not really that mad about the thing in the moment, because I couldn't be. I needed to be relied upon, and I didn't want to be able to I didn't want to be the reason for anyone else to worry, so I just tried to stay stoic and be strong for everyone. And then I got so mad because she broke up with me right in that moment that I went home and I destroyed my entire house. And I had a feeling that wasn't really the first time that something like that had happened, and that at that point I had lost pretty much every family member that I'd ever had, and it was just kind of all collapsing down around me in a moment of absolute what felt like weakness. And I'm trying to fight myself on thinking that I was weak for having emotions, but I can't help but feeling that way, and because I've hurt you guys by having emotions, and I really just don't want to keep doing that. I want to be strong for you guys. I want to be able to help you guys. I don't want you guys to worry about me or worry about anything that's going on with me, because I am strong. I'm here to help you guys, and I don't want you guys to feel like you can't rely on me.
You're not here to help us. We're here to help each other.
It's just a really hard thing for me to accept. I think whatever the other me, who is not, he doesn't look like me. I also have human skin. He's been through a lot, and he's dealing with a lot, and I don't think that I'm all that different from how he's dealing with things, which is probably poorly, because he freaks out a lot and he goes crazy like I have. And like as I'm saying that, like I'm purposely like looking away from Lenore, remembering Vine incident. It's hard for me to accept that I can rely on you guys, and it's not a one-way street. Because if I'm not strong, if I'm not reliable, what am I? So yeah, that was it. That's great talk, guys.
I think you're still strong and reliable, even if you have your moments where something else takes over. Doesn't mean you're not strong, doesn't mean you're not reliable.
I may joke and whatnot, but honestly, when it comes to leading this group, Jack, I look to you. I wouldn't have it any other way.
I'll second that.
I appreciate that, guys. I'm doing my best to not steer you wrong. I want to get you guys somewhere safe, and I know that I can trust you guys to keep me safe in return. Bear with me as I kind of deal with these things, because it's been 2 years of really feeling alone in Twin Rivers. Even though I know I wasn't alone. Like, I've known you forever, Santos. I feel like we've had plenty of connections, and I still just... We never got dinner. We never hung out. And Lenore doesn't remember when we did, but that was like a one-time thing. Even that, it was nice when it happened, but I didn't feel like I had a connection. And now I do, and I don't want to ruin it. So thank you guys for being here, and thank you in advance for bearing with me.
I am sorry to inform you, you will not be losing us anytime soon, no matter what. So you are stuck.
I'd like to activate an ability. As this is happening, I'm going to activate Emboldening Bond. It's going to be between Jack, Tevin, and Bjork. And this burst of light just sort of appears around each of you, and that umbilical cord thread links the three of you together. I'll hold that for a couple moments, and then I'm going to activate it again with Jack at the center again, but this time with myself and Lenore threaded into it. There's a moment in between the activations where the first one, the threads start to linger in the air just a little bit before they disappear, and there's an overlap with the new activation, and for a moment you see all of us connected. And then I let that second activation go. That's only possible because of the bond that we share. And sometimes something like that speaks a lot louder than words.
Jack, as you feel those emboldening bonds come and go and come and go, and that connection with all of them, you feel this warmth inside you, but also this light coming from behind you. Even if you're not facing these people directly, avoiding their gaze, you're walking, and in this silence, the trees start to thin just a little bit. And just as those bonds drop, that light from behind you goes away, the sun peeks up from the east across the horizon, and there is this morning warmth that hits your face. And for today, that's a wrap.
What a wholesome end.
We better not be in trouble after this. I just burned 2 good resources.
Hey, we do it for the plot, baby.
We can't talk about it here because we're gonna talk about it over on Behind the Scenes. Patreon.com/castparty. You can go and get access to our Discord. You can send in name suggestions. You have so much amazing stuff that now you're gonna be busy the rest of the night, probably the rest of the next 3 months with all the backlog of amazing content you have. Thank you for joining the Patreon. We super appreciate it. You'll see us next week for Behind the Scenes, and in 2 weeks, we'll continue our journey to Karmar. Okay, bye-bye.
Yay.
Bye-bye.
Cool.
Bye.
Bye.
Getting that off my chest feels so good. I can finally think of that day without just thinking of Ilos. Like the festival that happened right before, that was crazy. I remember running past Anne, who was balancing 3 mugs of cider on her head for some reason. And a new guy had that ridiculous game where you throw darts at floating fish. They were just illusions, but I mean, I missed every single one. I almost took Bass Drop's eye out. He was trying to eat the fish. Dragons was dancing near the bonfire all night. It was impressive. The dancing, yes, but also how long it took them to realize their hair was on fire. Havoc Hopsack was selling glowberry candy. Said they weren't magical, but my tongue was blue for 2 days. They might have been magical. Dubward had a kite with an enchanted tail that looked like stars. He kept making constellations of animals. There was a duck. We all liked the duck. Saint E Love was telling a story on the corner, real dramatic like, and everyone clapped, even though I don't think anyone heard a word. He was so drunk, none of what he said sounded like words. Eric 5 and Heather were arm wrestling on top of a barrel. It must have been intense because somehow they broke the barrel, and that didn't even stop them. I'm still not even sure who won. Jesky Fire was playing a fiddle so fast I swear the strings were smoking. But also, maybe next time she can tune it first. That'd be nice. Kaylee was handing out caramel sticks to all the kids. She wanted to be a candy wizard for them, but her fake beard hair got stuck all over the candy. Kana was carving little wooden bones at one of the booths. So quiet and careful. Said they were good luck. I still got mine just in case. Jonas taught his parrot to say, "Yay, party time." I still hear it in my head sometimes. I hope that's normal. Judgment Day was serving pies and was using magic to make the pies sing for the kids before serving them. I'd say about half the kids laughed. The others cried. Some did both. Lexi's dog was the hit of the night, though. Someone put a tiny hat on him. He got more cheers than the band did all night. Only thing that even rivaled the dog was Michael. He fell asleep in the middle of the festival, and he was just teetering in his chair. People gathered to watch and wait to see if he'd fall over, but he never did, and was one hell of a sleeper. Opti tried a few times to wake him up. She tried putting cinnamon rolls under his nose so the smell would wake him, even just yelled at him right in his ear, but nothing. Ryan showed up with a lute and no strings, just stood around and pretended to play the thing, said it was silent music. He told me the day before he just forgot to buy new strings. People actually tipped him. Shy Guy was adamantly trying to get the band to play a song, requested it at least 24 times. I thought they were making it up. Apparently there's a song called 99 Bottles of Beer. Not sure how you put a bottle on a wall, but I was singing along. Bubba had a hard time with that song though. He understood the words, but he kept getting the numbers wrong. That's when he found out he couldn't count backwards. Weird, because we always thought he was the smartest of us all. Last thing I remember was Winkle. They lit a beautiful floating lantern and it started floating up to the sky before, well, you know. It was so pretty. I remember thinking nothing bad could happen on a night like this.